I was talking with someone on the phone the other day, and at the end of the call, they said, "Oh, by the way, I really like that Friday Facebook video you do. You know, whatchamacallit, your Friday Follies." At least they got the Friday right, and that's today, the 26th of February, 2021. And this is Thomas Raimondo with this week's Friday Focus on Faith. I don't know if you've heard this story or not, and I'm not even sure it's real or where it originally came from, but it's about a fellow doing some shopping. He doesn't need much, just some coffee and a loaf of bread. He is standing in line at the checkout stand. Behind him is a woman with a full cart. Her basket overflows with groceries, clothing, a new set of dishes, and a DVD player. At his turn, he steps up to the register, where the clerk invites him to draw a piece of paper out of a fishbowl. If you pull out the winning slip, then all your groceries are free today, the clerk explains. Well, the bowl is so full of little slips of paper, his chances seem pretty slim, but the fellow tries anyway, and once you know it, he gets the winning ticket. But then he realizes he's only buying coffee and bread. What a waste! But this fellow is quick. He turns to the lady behind him, the one with the mountain of stuff, you remember, and proclaims, "Well, what do you know, honey? We won. We don't have to pay a penny." He winks at her, and somehow she has the wits to play along. She steps up beside him, puts her arm in his, and smiles. And for a moment they stand side by side, wedded by good fortune. In the parking lot, she consummates the temporary union with a kiss and a hug and goes on her way with a grand story to tell her friends. I know, what they did was a bit shady. He should not have lied, and she should not have pretended. But it's still a nice story. A story, fellow believer, not too distant from our own. We too have been graced with a surprise, even more than that of the lady. For though her debt was high, she could pay it. We cannot begin to pay ours. We, like the woman, have been given a gift, not just at the checkout stand, but at the judgment seat. We too have become a bride, not just for a moment, but for eternity. And not just for groceries, but for a spiritual and eternal feast. And we too have a grand story to tell others.